Did the Pineapple Fund help you a lot?
Enormously.
Yeah?
The Pineapple Fund was fantastic. And so I'm so glad you asked that question because basically for those people that don't know what the Pineapple Fund is, so in December of 2017, there was like two or three lines posted on Reddit. And it said, I'm a Pine, and I've got the Pineapple Fund, and I've decided to help humanity by giving away, at the time it was $88 million worth of Bitcoins. And I didn't even see that, but several people saw it, sent an email to the MAP staff. Our person, Eric Brown, who works for us in the fundraising team, wrote a one-page grant the next day, sent it in, and then a few hours later gets an email where I'm sending you $1 million. And then a few hours later, zap, gets the Bitcoins transferred right into our account. And then we started emailing to this guy, and then they tell me, hey, we just got $1 billion while I've been sleeping. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to go sleep for the next week. You keep working. We do great when I'm asleep. So we ended up writing him back and forth, and then he said that he wanted to offer us a matching grant of another $4 million, which we had 2 months to raise, and we talked about how to do that, and then we raised that. So we got over $5 million from him. But the reason is that he said is that he had borderline personality disorder and depression, and he went for ketamine therapy. Mm-hmm. And the ketamine therapy was very helpful to him, and he got this vision that the way to get out of his problems is to help other people. And that would be, because he's so self-absorbed and all his personality problems and his depression, but if he could help other people, and he realized that he had way more Bitcoins than he ever needed himself, and he would go ahead and give these away. But when he had the ketamine and he had the vision, he wished that they had provided him psychotherapy. They didn't want to talk about his vision. They just said, here's ketamine, it'll fix your physiological circumstances, and don't talk to us about what's going on. It's not about the content. And so he felt that that was a big limitation. So when he found out about us, that we had combined MDMA with psychotherapy, he said, that's the model that I really want to support. So it was both this initial $1 million that, and then a week later, somebody else sent us $1 million in Bitcoin. We still have no idea who that is.
Really?
We still don't even know who the Pine is.
Yeah,
I have no idea who Pine is.
And it puts you over the fundraising edge. Right?
Yeah, well, the $4 million matching grant then gave us a chance to go out to the world and get other people who are not quite ready to donate. Now they'll donate because we get the match. Wow. So the Pineapple Fund was absolutely fantastic, and it changed everything for us. But what I told him, and I believe it's a him, but I don't know for sure, but I've read this statistic that somewhere like over 90% of the early Bitcoin people were male. Mm-hmm. So I think it's a him.
I think so too,
yeah, but what I said to him was that at some point we're going to have an FDA advisory committee meeting. After we finish phase 3 and we present the data to FDA and we say to them, we want to make it into a medicine, they will hold a public hearing. And so during this public hearing, there'll be announcements of the date, and we'll send you to this old email address. You could show up and be anonymous and see the fruits of what you've helped us do. And if you wanted to introduce yourself, you could, but you wouldn't have to. And so Pine wrote back and saying, that sounded like a good idea, he might do it.
Cool.
So I still have no idea who he is, but at the advisory committee meeting, I'm going to be looking around like,
somebody who looks like a Bitcoin millionaire.
Yeah.
Great, thanks so much.
Okay, it was a pleasure.
Yeah,
a pleasure.